everyone, welcome to episode 5 of ANEMO ONLY. Last video, many of you said that you're alright with this account using other elements if there's no other option to do overworld puzzles, which I did for Cloud Retainer's Abode since there were some chests that gave us primos. That's why our level 2 Benny is in the party with us. I also tried the tree method that everyone thought of except for me, but I guess I can't climb trees. So I did go the long way. Honestly, I could have avoided the puzzles and went straight towards the end goal, but since these chests aren't respawnable after leaving the domain, and we won't be able to get access to them anymore, I did end up using Benny for these puzzles. However, in the future, I will be trying the teleporting method when I unlock the portable waypoint to help complete the overworld puzzles that you've all suggested, and also using the unlockable teleports that we have on the overworld. On Friday, I posted a community post asking whether I should pull out the card for Xiao or wait for Kazuha, which you all were generous by sparing my wallet by a landslide. I also came up with this question because I did spend about 7 hours farming primos for Xiao Wednesday, and some more hours spread out throughout the entire week trying to pull for him, but alas, the edgy boy didn't want to come home. But we are going to be finishing the Liyue Archon quest today with a lot of copium, hoping that Xiao will come home. Lucky for us, there's a fire we can use to light up the stove. Liyue is a little bit challenging compared to Mondstadt, because anything Geo is becoming a thorn on my side, especially the Geo Samaturals, because they can avoid being on the ground with their Geo pillars. Traveler's Q also sometimes doesn't hit them, so they can't be sucked into the tornado. The more I play Animal Traveler, the more I'm starting to not like the game mechanics of their Q. It doesn't hit large enemies and continues to move in a fairly straight line, which most of the times enemies aren't moving in a straight line. But it is a good thing that we have Xiao to hit multiple enemies using her E that are in close proximity with each other. It does get really tiring to use, like my hand starts hurting sometimes from basically rolling the WASD key so much. I don't play on controller, so it is a little bit more difficult and straining on the left hand. But it is pretty amusing to see the cursor on the minimap go round and round as Xiao goes round and round. It's quite entertaining. Ideally, I would like to speedrun the rest of the quests so Xiao can be ascended in Inazuma. I've noticed that she's really squishy, and most of the time she's the one that needs healing and not the traveler. Her talents also need to be leveled up as well, so she's not doing a whole lot of animal damage that I'd like. Alright, so the fights in the first Teapot domain was fairly easy, just the usual mobs consisting of slimes. The Cryo Hydro slime duo is quite annoying though, because it is easy to get frozen when either Cryo or Hydro is being swirled and one of the slimes of the opposite element attacks us. Luckily, it is easy to dash and avoid being hit by their attacks, as well as the flower ice cage that deals damage as well. Shatter is also very useful when the enemies are frozen, as it deals extra damage. Most of the time, however, it was hacking and slashing, especially the Crow slimes that have the Crow shields. And it was also a game of guessing which element would be swirled first. Usually the priority for swirling is Pyro, Hydro, Electro, Cryo, or whatever element that the character is infused, but sometimes it doesn't really follow that priority, so it can be quite annoying. Overall, the fight was pretty straightforward, nothing too challenging. Haggling was also enjoyable because we got to take home a lot of leftover Mora. I remember the first time I did this on my account, I didn't do any drastic haggling, so I didn't get to take home a lot of Mora with us. However, luckily for us this time, their moods are in good spirits and we were able to take home a lot of leftover Mora that we could use for later things when we do need Mora. Might have to come back later for the chest with thorns. Oh, actually we can use the Pyrohilly churros if they can come to us. Nice. 2 birds with 1 stone. Sadly, there aren't enough chests that give up primos. All of these chests could have given us stuff, but Hoyover said nope. I found it really weird when I was exploring off camera that there are some common chests that give up primos and some that don't. Okay, real quick upgrade on Traveler before we beat up some Millelith. Also got a free wish as well, so that's nice. I'm really enjoying the random fires in the open world because they're so useful. Without them, the battles would have been much longer. Luckily, they also don't do a lot of damage when we do have to set ourselves on fire. I've started to appreciate more of the open world aspects of Genshin, especially the open fires and open waters, which ultimately gives us the elemental infusions that are very useful when battling against non-elemental enemies, like the Millelith in this case, but also Rune Guards / Rune Graders, which adds to the extra damage that we can do when swirling. It also gives Xiao a chance to heal the team as well. Again, Millelith fight was pretty easy. They were very easy to group together and it made it accessible for travelers to queue to actually hit them for damage for once. But the one battle that I did not expect to have twisted my arms and legs and screwed with my brain was the man-child. It was quite difficult to prepare for this battle because the amount of materials that this account was lacking. I was able to ascend the prototype Rancor to level 50, but could only level one of the Traveler's talents, which stupidly I leveled up their normal attack. Xiao's Rain Slasher was also missing materials, which really we could have farmed except for the fact that the Adventurer's Guidebook decided to make us suffer even more by navigating to the closest enemies, which were in Dragon's Spine. So we made do, making sure that there was enough food before going ahead and challenging the Ginger. It was really refreshing hearing the different voice lines that he has when you first challenge him, because honestly, after challenging him so many times for talent ascension materials for other characters on my main account, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who knows all of his voice lines when you fought him almost 50 plus times. Anyways, this was a difficult battle, not gonna lie. Xiao was super squishy, mainly because she's only level 40 with talents 111 and artifacts that aren't great in terms of HP and defense. His first phase has that water barrier as well, which makes him immune to attacks sometimes. Lack of stamina was also a factor as well, but once when we were able to hit him and get him off balance, it was a matter of just getting as many hits in as possible. At this point, I was quite surprised to see the whale out so early in battle. I'm usually so used to just seeing it maybe either in the second or third half. After a few more hits on him, we managed to get him to phase 2. And of course, Traveler's Q does absolutely nothing. Phase 2 was challenging, mainly because of his electro attacks that tag characters. He also does that annoying electro dash with enough stamina it is easy to avoid, but most of the time we did not, so it was quite hard to iframe a lot of those attacks. Characters also get tagged even when he grazes you just a little bit, so it is quite easy to get hit with his final attack at the end. Xiao was really close to dying here, as you can tell. Luckily, her Q is up and able to heal just in time. A lot of the time, as you can see, during the second half of phase 2 was mostly just dashing and trying to find openings where we could hit him a couple times to chip away at his HP. Getting tagged was also really annoying because he does this electro finishing move after his dashes, which pretty much is a guarantee hit if you are still tagged. But as you can see here, it did a lot of damage. With a lot of patience and just finding openings to hit him, we were able to get him to phase 3. Phase 3 was definitely a stay alive round. His electro arrow thing was easy to avoid as he only shoots out one. But the hardest thing, especially for this team as it is a close combat team, was avoiding the electro sweeps with his pole arm. Most of the time he would attack when we attack, so it is a guarantee hit of damage on our end. He also dashes a lot in phase 3, which makes it hard to proc swirl reactions and get enough energy for Xiao's heals. I'd say we got bullied a lot by him, especially with his sweeping attacks. Any healing that Xiao did with her E skill was pretty much negated by the attacks that we end up getting hit with. There were also times when I got very confused by the random overloaded reactions that were happening, but then I realized that near the edge of the map there is fire there, which I did completely forget, and I think that's pretty smart on the dev's side because it prevents characters or players from moving out of the ring. It's as if Childe knows that my team needs healing because every time Xiao's healing circle is activated, he either pulls out the whale like here or comes charging in to attack us, making us move out of the circle and away from the heals. His water arrows were luckily easy to dodge as there were gaps between the arrows that we could just chill in and camp in. And still, Traveler's Q does absolutely nothing. No, Aether! Xiao definitely can't do this by herself. Gotta heal up. Fine. Food, 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 food. Majority of the battle was just trying to generate enough energy particles to have Xiao's heals up, with the added damage bonus that comes with the swirl reactions. It doesn't help though that Xiao is short, so when we did need to dodge with her, it was quite hard to cover enough ground to avoid the attacks. Uh-oh. Not this attack again. Xiao! Oh, whale number 4. Uh-oh. Not this attack again. Xiao! Okay, gotta survive for 11 seconds. 11 seconds. Anxiety is through the roof right now. At this point, my fingers were shaking on so much adrenaline that I accidentally opened up the map. 3 seconds. Come on. Honestly, we're so close, and I didn't want to die. Yes, okay, Xiao food time. No sleeping on the job. Eat, 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 eat. Oh, nice. That actually did some decent damage. Total of 1k, nice. Since this is almost the end of the battle, and it has been going on for quite some time, I'm hoping he doesn't bust out a powerful finisher move that one-shots the entire team. It's so close! Wow. This is the most I've seen the whale come out when challenging Childe. That's whale number 5. Yes! Finally! Let's go! Alright, luckily this battle was a little bit of a breather. Still a bit stressful because we had to protect the ballistas. I remember I had to do this about 3 or 4 times on my main account because the team was severely underleveled and couldn't protect the ballistas, so hopefully this goes a little bit better. So far the ballistas are in okay shape. We can just take our time. It seems that this 2-character ANEMO only team is actually doing pretty well. Unless Hoyoverse nerfed this battle to make it easier for people. No, 2 HP! How did she survive that? Rebel is also in the red. Come on, Xiao, I desperately need your heals. But being in the red gives me so much anxiety. Thank God. Okay, Xiao's heals pull through. The end of the fight is pretty chill, mostly just running around and waiting for things to appear while the timer counts down. With the 3 buffs from the Adepti, Xiao's Q was also able to do some damage instead of healing, which was nice for a change. Yeah, we're finally done the Leeway Archon quest! Woo! Alright, so we racked up quite a bit of primos, so let's try pulling for Xiao. I mean, I guess Childe's 4-star bow? Yeah, maybe if we try the summoning ritual, it'll work. Nope, nothing. Nada. Zilch. Still nothing. Another weapon. Literally griefing right now. Please don't spend money on this game.